Hello, it's Nikki. Today I want to talk about currency. I think, are all in recovery after the end of November, of Black Friday, of Cyber Monday, of get your discounts now while you can before the end of the world ends. It was a flurry of activity, certainly into my email box. And I know lots of people were feeling it towards the end. And I was having a couple of conversations with people, asking them, did you purchase? Did you buy something? How do you feel about it? And it was quite interesting, actually, that lots of those people said that they only bought something if they would have bought it anyway, or they really needed it. And it's been interesting because as business owners or people on the internet or shopkeepers, that sounds very old school, people who are in shops, I asked them about it as well. And there was one particular brand that I spoke to, and she was saying this is the first time that we've done this, but we thought we'd better get on board. Even though we didn't know whether it would work or whether we should, we did it because everybody else was going to. And I think consistently, there is a huge pressure for business owners or for people who run their own gigs or negotiating their own pricing to constantly keep upping their games with discounts or making things cheap, making things more accessible, doing a deal, adding a bonus. And I certainly have done this so much over the years. And I guess this is why I have so much to talk about around this topic. And I felt that I was always undercutting myself and I was always doing discounts, but sometimes I would discount so much that it just didn't feel good. And sometimes I would discount so much and it still wouldn't get the response that I wanted because people were maybe a bit skeptical, like, why is this so cheap? Is this even any good? Or I don't know, I've just got a bit of a funky feeling about it. So I want to talk today and remind you, with some practical action, of course, as well, that discounting your services is not the only currency in order to gain sales. And the first thing I want to say is sometimes somebody is paying for your expert knowledge, and you are a vital and important part of the process. So recently I have paid somebody to do a project, and there was absolutely no way that I could proceed without paying this person for the project. This person has studied probably for many years. They're excellent at what they do. I researched thoroughly. I got lots of quotes, and I wouldn't have been able to move forward had I not commissioned this person. And so first and foremost, actually in terms of their currency, discounting, I mean, obviously I looked around the market and I pulled together lots of different prices. I couldn't necessarily wait for that discount to come. I had to trust that they were experienced and the price was the price. So this is a practical action that you could do, is making sure that you're really elevating your expertise online, that you're showing that you are worth the money, that you are showing that you have 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is, years of experience, one experience, where you trained, what you did, what you've learned. Really give us that behind the scenes part, because that will sell you. People want to have experts in which they trust in and they feel confident and they don't feel like they're going to be let down. And also in this instance, I knew very little about this process. So in a way, I was commissioning a project with very little knowledge of knowing actually what was required or what was needed. So that was really important. The second thing is that people are paying to feel supported, safe, heard. So in terms of that instance, even though I didn't know necessarily all the answers, I didn't want to feel like a fool that somebody would respond to me like, what, you don't know that? Really? Oh, or feel like, so in that purchase, I wanted to feel safe in the knowledge that the job was going to be done and that the process would be good. Again, the discounting element was not at the forefront. My need to move forward very much was so. The third thing that I want to share is that sense that somebody can do something in a quicker time than you can. I think we have all spent time trying to fix things. And you might be a really great fixer who can do these things effortlessly. But in terms of my computer, I can do basic things. I can make it work. I've figured out my website. But there are some things that I am not knowledgeable about and I don't know about. And I could absolutely spend all day doing something and really being stubborn about it. Or I can pay somebody who might look at my problem, which might take me 6 hours, and go, I can sort that out for you, 20 minutes, like it's done. Likewise with a piece of, I don't know, a washing machine or an oven. Yes, I could go through the book. I could look at stuff on YouTube and spend all day figuring it out. But my time is really precious to me. It's really important to me. And I also like that sense of using the time to the best of my ability. And I guess in my zone of genius as well. That if you're thinking, why is she talking about being a genius? Read the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. It will explain more there. The next thing I want to share is the relief that you will feel when something is done properly. So paying somebody to support you, it's that sense of just knowing that it's kind of off your plate, even though it's not. Like when I've paid for people to coach me, for example, there's always a sense of relief once I've made that first payment, because there's something about being taken care of and knowing that somebody else will have my back. Now, that's not alleviating all responsibility. That's just having that sense from myself of, okay, I think I'm going to get the support. I'm going to get what I need, and I'm not going to be fearful about making it. So I'm always looking for experts who are that bit ahead of me. And sometimes, yes, there have been times where I've perhaps purchased a course when it's been discounted, but generally the people that I've worked with have said, this is what the price is. So that has meant sometimes I haven't been able to do it immediately, but I've saved up, or I've budgeted, or I've moved it to later in the year to be able to. The final point that I want to share is making a purchase, committing to something, makes it real for somebody. And I love it when I see that people actually go for their dreams, where they're like, that's it, I'm booking the tickets, or that's it, we're going here, there, and everywhere, or I'm going to buy the dress, or I'm going to enroll in the course, or buy the food, or whatever it might be. That sense, that urge, that satisfaction, that joy, that pleasure of actually doing the thing is really, really exciting. And so even though the temptation might be always, maybe it's what you've always done, is to always keep discounting. Look at the value of what you provide, because I know it's absolutely golden. So make sure that your copy, the way that you're showing up, who you are in the world, is really reflecting all of that value. And don't just always feel like you have to go for a quick discount. Obviously, there might be times in your business where you're like, I need to get the money flowing, I need some cash. I absolutely understand that. But this is a kind of general note. How can you really show how great you are? How can you really show up as the full version of yourself and really champion your own self-worth? If you need help with this, do check out the pricing and packaging stage 2 on my website. I have a course about it. It's a standalone course, or you could add a one-on-one session in as well. But let me know if you're thinking about changing up the way you work, your pricing for 2022. I would love to help you. So I will leave all the details down below. Do get in touch. Let me know what you need and we'll go from there. Lots of love.